Hi there, we're going to create one of these little mini back loop beanies. This is a version for an Elf on the Shelf doll or a Barbie or something like that. But it's the same process to make all the other sizes. You can check out the chart on my pattern to find the full sizes all the way up to large adult, but including newborn, premature, and child, okay? So what you need first is some yarn. This is a worsted weight yarn. I'm using the Drops Nepal yarn. And I like to actually take my yarn from the center pull, which means we try and find the middle of our yarn and pull from the center. What happens when I pull that yarn is it then won't really move or flop about so much, right? So we have a crochet hook, scissors, measuring tape, and a yarn needle if we need it at the end. We're gonna take our yarn. We are going to create a slip knot. The way I do it is I take two hands, go over, cross, and then I'm gonna pull that through. So we're gonna pull that through to create our slip knot. I'll do that again. So yarn in this hand here, over, across, pull that through, tighten. Once we've got our slip knot, we are then going to tighten it. So you pull the longer chain onto the hook. So this is where we start. How I put yarn on, I put it over the pinky finger and up and around there. So over the pinky finger, start from the underneath, and then we go over that. And what happens here is I can then create tension, can open and close tension at this end, okay? So that's how I create tension. Now we're gonna do the first thing we need to do, which is a chain. So we're gonna start by chaining. We take our hook, yarn under, grab the yarn and pull through. For this tiny hat elf size, we are going to do 15 chains. So take our hook. I like to hold the yarn here, go under, hook, pull through, under, pull through. So this is chaining, which is what all crochet patterns or projects start with. Hook, under, pull through, under, pull through. Once you start to get a while up, it starts to be a bit loose, so I move my fingers up. So I like to hold with my thumb and my middle finger, and then I can do my chains. Do 3 or 4, move up. To review, we have it on our hook, we go under, grab it with the hook, and then I rotate to pull up. So let's see how many we have here now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need 3 more. So grab that yarn, 3 more chains. 1, 2, 3. We're going to be using the half double crochet in this pattern, and we're going to be going into the back bump. You can go into the other bumps, it's fine, but I like the cleanness of the back bump to start. So we're gonna go to the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3, that's where we're gonna enter, which is right here. Yeah, we're going to yarn over like we do when we're chaining, but we're gonna keep it on the hook. Then we're gonna go into that 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, go through there, yarn over again, grab that just like we did when we chained, and pull up. So now we have 1, 2, 3 on our hook, and we're gonna pull through. That is a half double crochet, which is more than a single, less than a double. So we're gonna go yarn over, go through our next chain, yarn over, pull through. Now we have 3, pull through all 3. And tips for you is you can see where I put my hand. So I'm taking this hand and moving it around a lot of the time to stabilize and create tension. So pull through, and now I'm gonna pull that, and then I can create an even tension as I pull through. I'm just gonna get a little bit more yarn, and we're gonna pull through. Good. Pull through. So we're gonna go all the way to the end. Repeat that half double crochet into the back bump. And if we're looking at this, you can see these are our back bumps, that's the front bump. Some people like to go through the front. I like the back, like I say, creates a cleaner edge. So we're gonna go through a few more until we get to the end. Pull through, and pull through. Last one, there is one there. And if we're going into the third stitch, we are going to end up with 13 stitches in our row. So let's count that. We have, this is our chain. So we have 1, 2, you can see by here, actually it's probably the easiest. I'll get you to see there. So we have 1, so the V is 1 stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're missing one. Our 13th is the chain there, sorry. So that's your 13th there. So to go to the end, we're going to chain 2, which does count as a stitch there. No, I missed one, that's why. See, we all make mistakes. Right, and continue along, make sure you're hitting every stitch along. There. I'll make sure you go through all fibers of the yarn. And there. Now we should have 13, so let's count our 13 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. The starting chain does not count as a stitch. We're going to go 2 stitches and then we turn. So you go from here and turn your work. Now we're going to go half double crochet into the back loop. So it's that same stitch we just did, but we're going to go into the back loop. So if we're holding our work like this, we've turned it. This is the front loop and this is the back loop. So front loop, back loop. And we're going to go just into only the back loop. The reason for that, so if I go into there and pull up, we have our 3 and pull through, is so that we can create a nice ridge along and it creates that nice pattern on the back loop. So these patterns are from the back loop. So yarn over, go through that back loop, pull up, go through. Do that a few more times. Yarn over, into the back loop, yarn over, pull up, through 3. It's better if you have a length of yarn loose rather than it being pulling tight on your ball. And we're going to go through again and through. And you can see I tend to kind of turn my work a little bit. Everyone finds their best way, but really it's about creating that tension so that you can hold on to here the tightness in the yarn, okay? And for everybody that's a little bit different. People have different tensions, so we keep going yarn over through the back loop, yarn over, pull up, go through 3. Yarn over, through the back loop, yarn over, go through 3. Yarn over, through the back loop, pull up, go through 3, all the way to the end. Remember, we want to have again another 13 stitches, and we count, so this is our last one here, from the top. Right, so if I'm counting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. So to repeat that, we're going to do 8 rows. So chain 2 into the back loop and keep going along. So we're going to go all the way along the row, and you're going to do that now. So you have a total of 8 rows, half double crochet in the back loop. When we get to there, I'm going to take you through seaming up and creating a tube, and then we're going to create the end of the hat, cinching it together and fold it over, and that's it. So we'll see you later on at the end. Right, so we're just finishing up our last couple stitches to create, we got one more. You never forget the end here. It looks like there's not a stitch, but it is, I think. Let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and there's the other stitch. That's the one that we often miss. If you struggle with that, put a stitch marker in that last one where you often miss. Yeah? Okay, so now we've got our square, which is 8 rows. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows, and we're going to then fold it together to create our little back loop beanie. So if I first do a little 1 chain, then what I'm going to do is going to fold each side together, and we're going to do something called a slip stitch. You can also sew it together if that's easier for you. So here, and we're going through the first stitch. So we don't take any yarn, we just go straight into, and we pull up and then pull through. That's called a slip stitch. So I'm going to go through the back loop of both. So I've got 2 plus the original on my hook, yarn over, pull it through, and instead of, we're going to just pull that straight through that other one. That is a slip stitch. So into the back loops, pull the yarn through, pull it back through that loop all the way along. You should have an even number. If you miss one, don't worry, it'll look fine. But we can always undo crochet if you need to. Good, all the way, slip stitching along. Good, almost there. Until you have 13 slip stitches, go into the last few, and then we'll sew it up. There, and often this last one can look a little funny, so into the back loop of that one, find that last stitch, which was our first chain, so it's a bit tight, through. I'm going to cut my yarn with a bit of length on it. So we've got our yarn here with some length to sew. Then I'm going to take that yarn, do a chain, but pull it all the way through. That will create a nice tight knot, right? So we have a nice tight knot. I also like to, now I've got my end that I started with, and I'd like to actually just bring that there and do a couple knots, because then it just secures it. Perfect. So now to seam up, we are going to use our yarn needle, and we're going to take the length of yarn. If you go under, you can try and thread it through, but this way I find is much easier. And I've got that really tight, and if I pull that out, what it creates is a little notch that easily fits in, and you just push that in. So I'm going to first sew up the end. I'm going to just put that through. What we're going to do is we're going to go in between the stitches along here, maybe 4 or 5. Pull that through. Don't pull it too tight. One side is a bit tighter there. Good. And then I'm going to pull that through. Good. So if we pull it too tight, it'll cinch up our whole thing. We don't want that. So you want it to be kind of loosely through and still straight. Now go over top of one of the little bars there, and that will secure it. So now I'm going to go back the same way I came, but that stitch is stopping it. And then same thing one more time, usually about 3. So over top one of the bars and into there. That'll be quite secure. That is not going to come out. We then snip the end, and once you look at it, you can't really see it. So we're good to go. Now to cinch the whole top around, which is to create our hat, because what we have currently is a tube, right? So we have this tube, and now we need to create it into a hat. So you thread your yarn through. I'll do that again actually for you guys. So we're going to create this nice tension, make it really tight, pull that through, put our yarn on top, and it should easily go through. Alternately, just try and thread it through. Right, so now we're going to take our yarn, we've got our length, and we're going to go along the top. We're just going to go along and sew, and then at the end we're going to cinch it together. So if I go through the top, it's not exact, because this hat, the way it cinches together, you don't have to be exactly in the top. Just make sure you're getting a good catch on the actual yarn, because there are holes, obviously, because this is a back loop beanie, so it's a bit of a looser kind of thread. Go through, make sure we're going through, and then back to here where our beginning is. So we pull that through. Now, as you can see, we still have a hole, but if I pull that tight, we now have it cinched. And now we just need to secure the top. So I like to start from one side, go across, pull it all the way through, same thing. And I do that maybe 4 or 5 times to make sure that top, sorry, that got a little hot, is really secure. So we go across all the way, and maybe one more. Keeps getting looped around. And then we pull that tight. Now, we've got our end secure. We need to then sew in our end. So if I take this, And I use my yarn just like we did with the other end. We're going to put it through here all the way, see? And we're going to pull that through. Again, remember what I said, don't pull it too tight, otherwise it'll cinch your hat in. Good, all the way through, and make sure you go over a loop. So you see that loop there? Now it's going to stop it from going all the way. Over one more loop, so go skip one and then go under the rest. We're going to pull that through. Next, we are going to snip our yarn right at the end there. That's our back loop beanie. So you fold up the end. You have created a new elf-size back loop beanie.